Everybody, we are here at Jonesboro. We're going to dial this mic up for you in just a second here. We're at Terrace Stadium, and we're located here right outside of downtown Jonesboro here. Mt.Zion with the ball. A pitch out here to number 8 on a 3rd and 16. Looks like he's picked up about 3 or 4 yards as they are playing here against Jonesboro High School and one of the opening games being played here in Clayton County High School football. I'm your host, Minister Jonathan Simmons, and we are doing our inaugural broadcast of Clayton County Game of the Week. 4th down and 16 as Mt.Zion will try now to line up for a field goal to give them an early lead here with about 7 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And their kicker is getting set to go. Juan Martinez gets set for what apparently is about a 32-yard field goal. The kick is up. It is no good. Off to the right. Narrow miss there. Mt.Zion comes away empty-handed. Martinez wide right. And the score remains Mt.Zion 0 and Jonesboro 0. 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the first period. Very first week here of action in Clayton County High School football. And we're going to be bringing you this type of game each and every week here on the Real Talk Sports Show and WIGO 1570 Atlanta's Incredible Radio. We also will be looking to partner up very shortly with 1120 a.m. And we can even work with you. If you have a station that you feel you want to get more high school football coverage, let us know. We'll be more than happy to partner with you as we broadcast from Clayton County High School. All right, Jonesboro with the ball in the shotgun formation. Number 13 giving out the signals. Looks like they're changing the play at the line of scrimmage. We have a little motion here. Flags flying everywhere. Looks like we're going to have an illegal procedure motion on Jonesboro. And that's going to march the ball back 5 yards to the 15-yard line. Will be 1st down and 15 for Jonesboro. Ball on their own 15-yard line here against Mt.Zion. Mt.Zion clad all black, going from left to right. Jonesboro with the ball, clad in all white, red helmets, looking very much like the Alabama Crimson Tide. All right, quarterback in the shotgun formation. Single back in a wing formation. Here's the fake handoff, and looks like Mt.Zion smelled it out. Big loss all the way back to about the 2-yard line of Jonesboro. Big play as several Mt.Zion defenders moved in for the play. Number 64, number 44, and looks like number 86 and 80 all were part of that big loss. Now 2nd down and 15 for the Jonesboro Bulldogs. And both teams right now looking like you would expect here as the first game of the season. A little sloppy play. Quarterback lined up in the shotgun, almost like a pistol formation. Halfback located right to his left. Now dropping back into a full shotgun formation right about the half-yard line. He's back to pass now. He's looking. He's sacked. Safety. Safety for Mt.Zion. Mt.Zion gets to safety. Number 44 moves in and makes the play. Justin Darnell, the senior, 5'8", 195, comes in from the linebacker spot and makes the play. And we have our first points of the day. Mt.Zion up 2-0 here with about 6 minutes to go after the big safety by number 44, Justin Darnell. So Mt.Zion gets on the board first defensively here in our inaugural Clayton County Game of the Week. I'm your host, Minister Jonathan Simmons, and we're excited to be out here. It has cooled down a little bit here. It was very warm earlier today, but it's cooled down. Fans still continuing to stream in, people getting off work and coming in to root on their sons and nephews, godsons, and a timeout again on the field. 6 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first period, and we have our first score today as Mt.Zion got a safety. Linebacker Justin Darnell came in on a, I guess you want to call it delayed blitz, And sack number 13 for Jonesboro, their quarterback, in the end zone for a safety. Well, guys, the great thing is here is that this is part of, I think, Americana. You can hear the band playing in the background. That's the Mt.Zion band. Excuse me, I should say the Jonesboro band. Let me get it straight. We're trying to get our bearings here. First time out here at Terra Stadium, giving you a live broadcast of the Clayton County Game of the Week. Again, you can listen to our broadcast on Spreaker.com. You also can tune in to the Real Talk Sports page, and we will have it streaming there as well on Facebook. And this is our inaugural broadcast. We will be looking to do more of these as time goes on. All right. Teams get ready to come back on the field now after a timeout. Jonesboro will be kicking the ball off punch style as they have given up a safety for the first score of the game. And Mt.Zion leads Jonesboro 2-0. And you can hear the band in the background. Again, great stuff going on here as this is our version here of Clayton County's Friday Night Lights. And Clayton County has been a hotbed over the years of outstanding football action. They've had some great players come out of Jonesboro High School. We had Harry Douglas, who played right here for the Falcons, now played with the Titans. Several other young men played here. All right, we're about ready for a punch-style kickoff after the safety by Jonesboro. Mt.Zion back to receive, and they should get the ball in great field position here. Again, up 2-0 after safety. Here's the kick, spiraling back to around the 45-yard line. Up, number 13 kind of bobbles it. He got a seam up the middle. Ooh, hit hard here and down right about midfield. Mt.Zion will take over with the ball at about the 50-yard line. Excellent field position for the Bulldogs here against Jonesboro. Again, they have taken an early lead, 2-0, after a safety with about 6 minutes and 19 seconds into the first period of play. And we thank God for those of you who join in to us. As you can see, we're continuing to try to press the envelope of sports coverage here in Clayton County, trying to bring you all the things that are going on here inside our community. And we give the young people a chance to come on and not only just join us on the air on our Tuesday night show, but also we want to give them some coverage here of their football game as well. We picked this game up about midway through the fourth quarter, about 5 minutes in. Another timeout for both teams here. I would say it's a TV timeout, but we're not on TV right now. But we will be bringing you some Facebook Live coverage. The next time we get a break, it'll probably be at halftime. We'll be able to set up our Facebook Live cameras and let you see the broadcast as well as hear the broadcast here on the Real Talk Sports Show and also on WIGO, Atlanta's Incredible Radio. We want to thank those people who have supported this broadcast. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors. First of all, we want to give a shout out to Pinstripes Bowling and Entertainment Center, 3478 Mt.Zion Road in Stockbridge, Georgia. We thank God for the support that Tim Mullen has given us over these last couple of years. And if you want to catch us at our live broadcast on Tuesday night, we actually broadcast many of our shows right there at his location. So, again, check them out. Pinstripes Bowling and Entertainment Center. All right, both teams are back on the field again. Ball's about midfield. Mt.Zion has the ball. And they come out in a variation of what appears to be almost a wishbone or formation here. We have the tailback directly behind the fumble here. And it looks like Jonesboro has recovered. Number 52 for Jonesboro coming in and making the play on a botched handoff. Looking like they were trying to do some type of option play. Ball was fumbled, and number 52 for Jonesboro has made the pickup. That is Deontay Ivy, defensive tackle. And he also is a long snapper, 5'10", 215 pounds, came in and was alertly made the play. And now Jonesboro finds themselves on offense right about midfield. So now they have the ball in outstanding field position. And let's see what Jonesboro can do to get back onto either a tie or take the lead. Again, it's 2-0. Mt.Zion taking the early lead on a safety. Just about 30 seconds of time to go. Okay, in the shotgun formation, empty backfield. Quick flare out to number 1, and he picks up about 5 yards before run out of bounds again by number 44, of Jonesboro. Again, that was Martavian Brooks. He also plays cornerback as well, 5'9", 175, taking that for a short gain of about 2 yards on the right side, taking a quick swing out from the quarterback. And the ubiquitous number 44 from Mount Zion, that guy seems to be everywhere. Justin Darnell, again, making the play. All right, line up here in a modified pistol formation. Number one, the wide receiver coming out. Oh, looks like we have once again a procedural penalty on Jonesboro. Cardinals once again going to get backed up. Looks like an illegal motion or procedure call. And that'll move the ball back as Jonesboro has the ball now at about their own 47-yard line. 2nd down and 13. Jonesboro now with the ball. Spread out here in a modified pistol formation. Quarterback in the shotgun formation, waiting for the snap. Wide receiver sprints out. Once again, it looks like they're going back to him. Same play to the other side. He jukes, makes a turn, turns the corner, and he gets back probably to about the original line of scrimmage. Picks up about 3 yards before he run out of bounds by number 33 from Mount Zion and number 13 from Mount Zion also in on the tackle. That makes it 2nd down and 9, a pickup of 4 for number 1 for Jonesboro making the play. Okay, quarterback in again, the pistol formation. Looking to get the snap from the shotgun. Calling out the signals, looking for the ball. Movement there in the front line. And it looks like we may have another penalty. Man, Jonesboro is really having a lot of problems getting set in this motion offense. Once again, another illegal procedure penalty, setting the ball back. Watching Jonesboro right now is like watching someone do the tango. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. 3rd down and 14 now. Jonesboro with the ball. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Looking downfield. Under heavy pressure now. He's got a seam. Turn the corner. 5 yards, 10, 15. He's got the 1st down and more. Down to the Mount Zion 33-yard line. Beautiful run by number 13 of Jonesboro, finding himself under some heavy pressure in the backfield. Turned the corner on his left side, found the seam, and picked up the 1st down with a nifty 16-yard run. All right, going to a quick tempo offense. Already back in the shotgun formation, number 13 from Jonesboro, barking out the signals. After making an outstanding play coming out of the quarterback position. All right, looks like they're changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Jonesboro again with the ball, but now on the move down at the Mount Zion 32-yard line. Here's the snap. Fake. Oh, under heavy pressure. Oh, that's a big loss. A big loss here of about 9 or 10 yards. Looks like they were trying to once again run out that quick flare pattern. And that ball should have been just simply thrown out of bounds or thrown at the receiver's feet. After that nifty run, it looks like they've lost about 9 yards on that play. So now you're at they've lost 15 yards on that play. 2nd down and 25. But Jonesboro still with the ball in good field position on the Mount Zion 43-yard line. You're listening to the Clayton County Game of the Week. Mount Zion Bulldogs against the Jonesboro Cardinals. All right, Jonesboro with the ball, snap. Quarterback back to pass. Oh, had a little mustard on that one. A little too hot for number 3, Jasleek Brown. Couldn't hang on to it. And now Mount Zion finds them again in the unenviable position of 3rd and very long. We would call this, if we were calling a pro game, we would say this is 3rd down in a mile. But you're 3rd down and 20-plus yards here. Ball at the Mount Zion 43-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. And he's barking out the signals now, looking to get the snap. Has his wide receiver partially behind him in a semi-pistol formation. All right, here's the snap. Back to pass. He got a guy on a fly route. Oh, had a man open, overthrew him. ball was overthrown. Jalik Brown had a step on his man, but the ball was overthrown, and it harmlessly fell to the turf. And that's 4th down and a mile, so Jonesboro will come on and bring out the punt team. Now, what is in order here, obviously, is a pooch kick. You want to try to pin your opponent down inside the 20. And there appears to be no one back yet for Mount Zion. Now they finally got a kick returner back to field the punt. Number 13 gets his way back there for Mount Zion. And that is Gerald Nicholson waiting for the punt. It's a bad punt. Ball will get a good roll, though, for Jonesboro. Hits very short at the Mount Zion 29-yard line, but takes a nice roll. And the ball is going to go back to the 16-yard line of Mount Zion, where Mount Zion will take the ball. Again, you're listening to the Clayton County Game of the Week. Mount Zion Bulldogs versus the Jonesboro Cardinals. Both teams wearing the monochromatic look. Mount Zion on my left, now going left to right with the ball. They are clad in all black, red numbers, white trim, black helmets with the white stripe across the top of the helmet. And across from the Jonesboro Cardinals, looking very much like the Alabama Crimson Tide, white uniforms, all white, red numerals, red helmets with the white stripe. All right, Mount Zion light up and really like to call a wishbone formation. Quarterback in tight between two halfbacks, tailback behind him. He gives the ball to the tailback. Tailback has a little room, turns the corner at the 20. He's to the 25, to the 27, sprawls forward to the 28. Picking up a nice gain, very close to maybe about 2 yards away from a first down here, picking up 7 or almost 8 on that carry. Again, Mount Zion running a modified wishbone. And Ernest Fortson making that handoff and getting his tailback out. Again, lined up in a wishbone formation, almost a backwards T. Once again, hands the ball off to number 7. He's got some room. He's down at just about the 30-yard line. And that's Edward Turner, got it off and plays both ways. 5'10", 190-pound running back. Also plays some outside linebacker on defense. We want to give you guys a correction on the initial play was called back. There was actually a penalty on that play. So that was actually a second down and 10. Excuse me, first down and 10. Now a second down and 7. Ball on the Mount Zion 32-yard line. Again, in a modified wishbone, what we call a backwards T. Quarterback. Hands to the tailback. Still in his snap, was whistled down. Edward Turner once again gets the ball straight from his tailback position. He's lined up probably about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And again, if you watch this, they have both halfbacks on either side of the quarterback in a tight, again, reverse T formation from Mount Zion. And then they run out of a wishbone or option style with you having to take a guess on who's going to get the ball, whether it's the tailback or one of the two halfbacks that are positioned to the left and the right of quarterback number 8, Ernest Fortson. All right, Mount Zion with the ball, third down and 9. You would think they're going to try to put this ball in the air here, but again, running that same modified wishbone formation. All three backs tight next to the quarterback. Ball is handed off to the workhouse so far. Fortson hands it to Edward Turner. Turner picks up about 6 yards, but well short of the first down. Punt team will be coming on from Mount Zion with a fourth down and probably looks like about 4 yards. 3 yards, actually. A fourth down and 3. Mount Zion set to kick the ball away. And for Jonesboro, Montavious Brooks is back right around his own 35-yard line as he gets set to receive the punt from Mount Zion. Martinez waiting. He's also the place kicker as well. Walked out the snap. Here's the punt. High, tight spiral. Montavious under at his 35. Calls the fair catch. Right about the 36. And Jonesboro will have the ball back. Decent field position on their own 36-yard line. You got about a minute to go. We just have our principal stopping by here from the school. Well, brother, listen, it's a big game out here. You guys are acquitting yourself fairly well here. Close game, 2-0. What does it mean for you to come out here to kind of mingle it with the parents and some of your kids out here tonight?
Oh, it's a big deal, man. We're celebrating with the community, and it's a wonderful thing to see everybody come together. And we're just happy. We're just happy to see our community come together. And hopefully we get a win tonight.
We're excited to be out here, again, doing some live broadcasting, doing a beta test here on the RealTalkSports.net. And we're just excited to see you as a principal and all the other teachers and administrators out here to support the kids.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All righty, guys. Back to the action here. Jonesboro with the ball on their own 36. First down at 10. About a minute to go left in the first quarter. There's a pitch out there to Montavious, and he may get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. Again, it was a pitch out to number 1 from Jonesboro, Montavious Brooks. He's been kind of a workhorse for Jonesboro, the same way that Turner and Fortson have been the workhorses, getting most of the carries for Mt.Zion. All right. Overall, the play picked up about 1 yard. Looks like they might try to go with a direct snap here. A very strange formation here. We got guys triple stacked. Yep, it is a direct snap. Number 1 looks like he got some running room, turns the corner. He got a first down and more, hit hard, but not before he picked up 12 yards on that play. Montavious Brooks taking a direct snap from center out of shotgun position and found some running room around his right side and picked up about 12 yards and a first down. Ball appears to be right around the Mt.Zion 49-yard line. Little trickeration there, odd formation. They had all 3 receivers stacked wide right. And then Brooks jumped into a, as you want to call for Jonesboro. They're birds. I don't know what kind of attack formation you want to call that, but basically he went into a straight snap formation. Quarterback moved to his left, and he took off around a direct snap and picked up about 12 yards. And now the ball is on about the 48 or 49-yard line of Jonesboro. Here's the snap. Fake. Quarterback number 13 still has it. And it looks like he will not get back to the line of scrimmage as he was swarmed under by several Mt.Zion tacklers. Well, that's the end of the first quarter. Mt.Zion has the lead 2-0 here. And what has been some of a sloppy game here in the first quarter. Both teams, especially Jonesboro, is having a real time with procedural penalties. They probably have about 4 of them here right now. But we are here at Tara Stadium, located in Jonesboro, Georgia, just maybe about a mile or 2 from the main drag of Highway 54, which goes right through Jonesboro on into Fayette County, right in the middle of what we call Dealership Row. Several top car dealerships located right on Jonesboro Road. And hopefully they will be involved in sponsoring us here as we continue to try to bring you live and archive coverage here of the Clayton County Game of the Week. To the timeout here as we take a break between the quarters. Again, we want to thank all those of you who are listening to us here on the Real Talk Sports Show as we broadcast to you here live. And we're going to try to switch over to WIGO at halftime so we can get a call and update of all the scores that are going around in the rest of Atlanta high school football. Well, both teams are coming back on the field now to get set for quarter number 2. And again, Mt.Zion has a 2-0 lead over Jonesboro based on a safety, a sack, with about 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first period by Mt.Zion's Justin Darnell. And that are the only points of the game right now. Darnell has really been a stud for Mt.Zion defensively. He's been all over the field, making key plays and key stops on Mt.Zion defense. Teams get set here. Referees get the ball set. Ball right around the Jonesboro 45-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun position. And the ubiquitous Montavious Brooks right next to him. He throws a bubble screen to Brooks, but Mt.Zion sniffed it out. Another loss of yardage here. It was already 2nd down and 13. That's a pushing back around 2nd down and 15. And again, guys, the Cardinals offense is really having a lot of problems out here today getting any real good positive yardage. And when they do, it seems like the Cardinals are immediately set back by their own miscues or a questionable play call. Cardinals, though, still have the ball. Second down and 16. In good field position right around their own 43-yard line. But they got second and long, second and 16 here with about 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarterback. All right, quarterback has the snap. Looking for a man long. Has a man. Interference. Interference. Jonesboro had a man open, number 3. Jasleek Brown was open, but he was being held by the Mount Zion quarterback, and a flag was thrown, and it's going to definitely be holding, it looks like. Referees are conferring here. I'm not sure if there was any other potential offsetting penalties in the backfield for Jonesboro. It does not look like it. And the referees got the ball, and they are marching the ball forward past the 45 up to around the Mt. Zion 41 where the infraction occurred. And that, of course, should be an automatic first down. We're waiting for the scoreboard to reflect that. And again, a pass interference or defensive holding penalty on Mt. Zion now gives Jonesboro the ball. First down and 10 at the Jonesboro 43-yard line. Again, Jonesboro gets set. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Again, Montavious Brooks right there. This time there's a pitch out to number 11. He turns the corner, gets hit hard, but not before he picked up good yardage. 9, almost 10. Possibly he's got a first down here. Big play there as number 11 turned the corner here for Jonesboro and picked up great yardage. Ladies and gentlemen, for those guys of you who are listening, you're probably saying, well, brother, what are the names of some of these players? We have an older roster sheet that does not reflect some of the numerical changes that both teams have made. So for those of you who are parents out there, we hope by halftime we will have the corrected information for you, as, again, this is our inaugural broadcast here. Jonesboro in the shotgun formation. Ball handed off to, again, the workhorse, number 1, Montavious Brooks. Brooks taking the ball straight up the middle for good yardage there. Looks like he picked up another first down with that run, and the Cardinals going to what is a modified hurry-up offense. The sun is set here. The temperatures are now much, much better. We're down into probably the high 70s, but no humidity. Montavious Brooks lined up behind the quarterback. Fumbled snap out of the shotgun, but Brooks still gets the ball and managed to pick up good yardage again on the first down and 10 carry. Looks like he picked up about 4 or 5 yards. And the ball is now down to the Mt. Zion 30-yard line. So he does move the ball past the fumbled area. Again, looking from our vantage point, from where he was, looked like he picked up good yardage, but actually only picked up 1 yard once he regained his step from the fumble. Quarterback now changing the play in the shotgun formation, moving guys around the backfield. Brooks is now out wide as a wide receiver. Up. We have some motion there, movement. Looks like Mt. Zion might have jumped off sides. Yep, Bulldogs are being called off sides. Number 64 for the Bulldogs got a little antsy and jumped the gun. And it's now going to go from second down and 9 to second down and 4. Almost 5 yards to go for the Jonesboro Cardinals. Cardinals now again going into the shotgun formation. Quarterback calling out the signal. And we have movement again. Movement again by Mt. Zion. They're trying to see if they're drawn off sides. And the ball is marching forward again. Moving now to just on the Mt. Zion 20-yard line. That should give Jonesboro another first down. Well, Jonesboro now is no longer doing the tango. They are now doing the forward march as they continue now to move the ball downfield due to Mt. Zion penalties. Quarterback in the shotgun formation getting ready, number 13. Tailback behind him about 3 or 4 yards, barks out the signals. Low snap, heads off the tailback right up the middle. Looks like he's picked up about maybe 4 yards on the carry. As Jonesboro continues to make their march up the field here. 5 yards, now 2nd down and 5. Low snap again. Ball is handed off, though. Tailback is moving, and looks like he again has a wonderful game, moving down past the 15 to the 13. Another first down as Jonesboro's offense now is in sync. Now moving to a hurry-up or up-tempo style offense. It seems like it's doing the trick for Jonesboro as they are on the move. 2 straight offsides penalties by Mt.Zion has helped us out. And now it's 1st down and goal for Jonesboro at the Mt.Zion 8. Timeout for Mt.Zion. As Coach Jones want to bring his charges over to the sideline and trying to get this defense settled down as the Jonesboro Cardinals are on the move. 8:43 left to go in the half. Mt.Zion clinging now to a 2-0 lead, but the Jonesboro Cardinals are on the move. 1st down and goal to go on the Mt.Zion 8-yard line. You're listening to our very first Jonesboro Mt.Zion game as part of the very first Clayton County high school football game of the week. And I got to tell you guys, a wonderful night it's turned into here. Students still streaming in, coming in and kind of milling around. We've decided to move away from the normal press box area. We're down here in the, I guess you would call it the opening entrance of the quad area here. So we're right behind the food area, the concession stand. We got fans near us. You heard us just a little while ago. We were talking to the principal of Mt.Zion High School, who stopped by to say hello to us as he was on his way to his seat to encourage his Bulldogs. But right now the Bulldogs a little bit of trouble here as the Jonesboro Cardinals have taken advantage of 2 straight offside penalties and some nifty running by their tailback number 25 and also by the guy that's been the workhorse early on, number 1, Martavius Brooks, and now they find themselves knocking at the door on the Mt.Zion 8-yard line. 1st and goal to goal, 8 minutes and 43 seconds left. Quarterback in the shotgun, tailback about 2 yards behind him. Another little slap, pitch to the tailback, sniffed out immediately by number 15. It looks like on Jonesboro making the tackle. See, number 11 by Jonesboro making the tackle for about a 3 or 4 yard loss. Ball looks like it's now back all the way at the Mt.Zion 13-yard line. A 5-yard loss in the play, so it's now 2nd down and goal, but it's from the 13. Quarterback number 13 with his tailback parallel to him on the right-hand side, barking out the signals from the shotgun. Another low snap, under pressure. He's still on his feet. He's got a seam now. He's to the 10, to the 9, to the 8. Helmet is off. Flags are flying everywhere. As the ball is down to about the 8-yard line, teams are milling around. Quarterback lost his helmet, but did not lose his composure under heavy pressure. After a low snap, found himself in a bunch of black jerseys, but wiggled his way out and had a nifty run, getting the ball all the way down to the Jonesboro 8-yard line. So picking up all they lost on the penalty, and they're now back in play with the ball. 3rd down and goal, right around the Jonesboro, looks like right around the 9-yard line. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to call a penalty here. I don't know if there was a face mask penalty. We're checking now, see what the referees are going to call. Personal foul. Yep, face mask. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. And Jonesboro now taking advantage of Mt.Zion miscues. That's the 4th penalty on this drive. Moves the ball all the way up inside the 5 to the Mt.Zion 4-yard line, where it's now 1st down and goal from the 4. Looks like Martavius Brooks might be again in that direct snap formation. Bad snap. Brooks with the ball, still charging forward to the 3, to the 2, stacked up there, and it looks like he's going to be stopped at about the 2-yard line. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing that I do know, that there's going to be a little conversation between the center and the head coach of Jonesboro, because we have seen probably about 4 of the last 6 snaps short hop to the quarterback in the shotgun formation. And once again, Martavius Brooks taking the ball, direct snap. 3 bounces to Brooks this time under heavy pressure, and he's going to get pinned back for a big loss. Wow. Well, I got to tell you guys, I know this is the first game of the season, and they're trying to get the wrinkles out on offense. But that was a terrible series by the Jonesboro center. I don't think he got the ball up cleanly on the snap except for maybe one time, negating what could have been or should have been a potential touchdown here. Well, Jonesboro now lines up 4th down 11 for a 21-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. Jonesboro takes the lead 3-2 over Mount Zion. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the half. Jonesboro taking advantage of multiple Mount Zion miscues on defense and was able to move the ball from right around midfield. The drive stalled with a bad snap by Jonesboro on 3rd down and goal. But the Cardinals take advantage of some right on the money field goal kicking and now have the lead 3-2 with about 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the very first period of play. Again, you're listening to the Real Talk Sports Show's very first broadcast of the Clayton County Game of the Week right here in Tara Stadium in Jonesboro, Georgia. Teams get ready now for the kickoff. And again, we're located here, not in the press box. We're right by in the loge level here, right in front of the concession stands here. So we have a lot of students and fans milling about, enjoying what now has become a very seasonable late summer night here. Temperatures now have dropped into the mid-70s. Humidity has dropped down quite a bit. And there's even a gentle breeze stirring around here in Tara Stadium here in Jonesboro as we now see the bands for both teams now get ready and coming on the field. Dancers coming on the field. Again, about 6.5 minutes to go in the half. We get set for kickoff here. Jonesboro in the white. As Hernandez goes to kickoff. Good solid kickoff. Takes one bounce in the end zone, and they're going to down it there and not bring the ball out. Nice kick. No return. And Mount Zion will get the ball on their own 20-yard line. 1st down and 10. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. You're listening to the Clayton County High School Football Game of the Week. Your host, Mr. Jonathan Simmons, plying his trade for the very first time as both a play-by-play and analyst here, as our play-by-play man was not able to get to us today, but we are committed to going anyway. All right. Mount Zion with the ball. Quarterback under center now. Going with traditional formation. Gives the handoff to the straight dive man. Oh, looks like the quarterback faked it and is a keeper. Number 8 for Mount Zion, making that carry and now going to the sideline and getting a quick instruction before he comes back and gets set to call the play in the huddle. Now it's number 8, Ernest Forson, faking the dive back and a keeper. Nice run, plunged ahead, and picked up actually 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 5 from the Mount Zion 25. Forson under center, calling the signals. Single back behind him, and he goes straight to the dive back up the middle, and he's got a big hole. Still on his feet. 45, 50, 50, 40 before he slides down on his own on the Jonesboro 40-yard line. Nifty run, nifty run. Nifty run by the tailback for Mount Zion. Mount Zion now has the ball. 1st and 10 after about a 35-yard run all the way down to the Mount Zion 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Outstanding run by the dive back. I think he fooled everybody not knowing that the ball was in the hand of the dive back, and he took care of that big hole and ran right up the middle for nice yardage. And again, the ball 1st and 10. Mount Zion quarterback under center. Again, a man in motion. Faking the ball to the up back, and once again, Forston taking himself. Not much this time as Jonesboro was not fooled, picking up maybe about a yard on the play. Yep, looks like 1 yard. 2nd down and 9. Mount Zion with the ball. Again, Mount Zion and Jonesboro both going with the monochromatic look. Mount Zion to my right, wearing the all-black uniforms, red numbers in the white trim. on the sleeves, wearing white and red trim as well, black helmets. And meanwhile, there's an injury timeout on the field. Number 52 from Jonesboro. Might be just a little heat situation here again for these players. Most of them, it's their first game with just a scrimmage. And while we're waiting for the timeouts, the player is trying to get himself collected on the field. I think it might be a cramp situation. They're giving him water. I don't think there's any injury here. We just got a score from over on the other side of town. North Clayton has a 6-0 lead over Riverdale in another game that's being played in Clayton County. So, again, for those of you who are listening, 6-0 North Clayton over Riverdale. Here in our game here with 5 minutes or so to go in the first half. It's been a pretty sloppy game, a lot of turnovers, not a lot of turnovers, but a lot of penalties by both teams. But Jonesboro now has the lead 3-2, but Mt.Zion, after a big run from their dive back, now finds the ball 2nd down and 9 all the way down at the Jonesboro 39-yard line. Again, we want to give a shout-out to those who have sponsored our show over this past few months. We want to give a shout-out to Pinstripes Bowling and Entertainment Center. We also want to give a big shout-out to Bellamy Strickland Commercial Trucks. Bellamy Strickland Commercial Trucks is located at 145 Industrial Boulevard in McDonough, Georgia. You also can shop them online at bellamytrucks.com. We're going back to the action here. Mt.Zion quarterback under center. Motion by number 5 coming around. He fakes the pitch, holds on to it for a keeper straight up the middle. Looks like he picked up about 3 to 4 yards on that play. Ball is down. No, doesn't even pick up that much. Picks up about 2. Ball is down at the Jonesboro 39-yard line. Pick up of 2. So that'll make it 3rd down and 7 for Mt.Zion as they try to retake the lead. Clock ticking, 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the half. Mt.Zion with the ball at the Jonesboro 37-yard line. And Mt.Zion now once again changing up formations. Both halfbacks sprinted out to left and right. Quarterback under center, bark out the signals. Man in motion. Flags down. Delay of game by Mt.Zion. With all that motion, they did not get the play off in time. So it looks like it is going to be a penalty, procedural penalty on Mt.Zion, which brings them back. The ball is now 3rd down and 13. Ball backed up to the Jonesboro 42-yard line. Fortson, the quarterback under center, bark out the signals. Man in motion, number 5. There's a pitch to the motion man. He's got a blocker. He's back to the line of scrimmage and more. Flags are down as he moves the ball up for about a 4-yard gain out to the Mt.Zion. Out to the Mt.Zion 38-yard line. All right, guys, want to go to a timeout here. You're listening to the Mt.Zion Game of the Week here as we broadcast to you here from Tara Stadium. Timeout on the field. What's going on, Mr. Tyson? Doing good, sir. How you doing? All right, guys, we're back here. Mt.Zion Bulldogs with the ball. 3rd down and 25 after a series of penalties. The ball is now back. Quarterback fakes, back to pass. He's got a man open in the middle of the field. Number 4 makes the catch. Looks like he picks up about 15 or 16, getting back all the penalty, but that's going to put him down at 4th down and 9 at the Jonesboro, actually 4th down and 10 at Jonesboro 40-yard line. So the decision is, are they going to punt or go? I see quarterback Forston coming back out. So it looks like Mt.Zion may actually try to go for it here. They are. The punter remains on the sidelines. 4th down and 10, 2 minutes, 58 seconds to go. And the Bulldogs are going forward with 4th and 10. Quarterback under center. Both running backs split out to the left and the right. Tailback behind. Motion man. Pitch to the motion man. Now back a flea flicker to number 4. He's got a blocker. He's got some yardage. Oh, great play by Mount Zion, but comes up about 5 yards short on the flea flicker. A double reverse on the play, but they come up short. I got to give Coach Kevin Jones some credit there. A little razzle-dazzle by the Bulldog, but they come up short. And they will turn the ball over on downs now. 1st down and 10. With about 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go, Jonesboro will take the ball over on downs. Jonesboro again has the ball. 1st down and 10, their own 35-yard line. They are clad all in white, red numbers, red helmet, white stripe down the middle and white face mask, looking very much like the Alabama Crimson Tide. Quarterback going into the shotgun formation. Single back right next to him in the pistol style. 2 wide receivers flanked out to the left. Another one to the right, and a receiver in the slot. Quarterback now look like he's changing the play on the fly. Number 13 now rubs his hands. That's the signal here. All the receivers got it. And it looks like might be either a, delay of game. Well, again, guys, you can tell it's the first game of the season. A lot of procedural penalties, taking too long. Trying to get these plays in and out for these young men, it just makes it tough, and especially when you go into these modified pistols and spread formations. There's a lot of stuff going on, especially when you try to change the play at the line of scrimmage. All right, Jonesboro with the snap. Oh, on the quick snap, they had a number 8 was streaking through the slot, but didn't look up to see the ball. If he had caught that, he had one man to beat and nothing but green grass in front of him, but to no avail. The ball hit him when he wasn't looking, and now 2nd down and 15. Jonesboro had the ball. Quarterback again in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the quarterback's left, 1 to the right, halfback to his left. High snap, but he's got it. He gives it to the tailback, number 4 next to him. He turns the corner. Upended by number 21 and number 90 of Mount Zion. Looks like he picked up about, picked up about 6 yards on the play. Pick up all of the penalty there and a little bit. And that puts them now, exactly, that was a 6-yard gain. Puts them at 3rd down and 9. And once again, they have the ubiquitous number 1 in the backfield right behind the quarterback. They fake it to him. Oh, and tried a quick pass there to number 3, but incomplete. A little too much mustard on that ball. And I think even if they caught the ball, he had been well short of the 1st down. So the punt team will come on from Mount Zion. Number 46, Hernandez, is back in the punt formation as Jonesboro cannot pick up the 4th down on 3rd and 8. And they get ready for the punt formation. Hernandez back. Angles the ball slightly to his right. Ball takes a beautiful bounce from Mount Zion, rolling all the way down to the Jonesboro 11-yard line. So the punt didn't go high in the air, but it had that funny end-over-him rotation. Bounced on about the Mount Zion 21-yard line. A couple more bounces before it was downed by the Jonesboro punt team. And now Mount Zion, with about 1:35 to go, find themselves pinned back fairly deep in their own territory here. Ball at about looks like it's about the 11-yard line of Mount Zion. So again, their quarterback Fortson is lined up under center. They'll probably keep it on the ground here. That's what they've done most of the game. You certainly don't want to turn over here in your own end zone. Number 23 in motion. This time they go to straight dive to number 34. He picks up nothing. Jonesboro is sniffing out the fact that Mount Zion probably wants to just kind of run the clock down here. Minute 21 to go here in the first half. Mount Zion huddling up, taking their time. I think they're just going to try to run this out. Fortson went to the sideline briefly to get some information from the sidelines. Clock running down, minute 5, minute 4 seconds left to go. Fortson, the quarterback, number 8, under center for Mount Zion. Now, that formation, there's a big gap in the center. He probably could run that ball straight up the middle. Looks like they tried it, but Jonesboro closed immediately. 51 seconds left. Fortson again jogs over to the sidelines to have a discussion with Coach Kevin Jones. And Jonesboro takes a timeout to stop the clock, looking to try to get the ball back with good field position because Mount Zion is 3rd down and 10 with the ball pinned back on their own, looks like about their own 11, 12-yard line. So they are looking, Jonesboro is looking now to try to get the ball back and get it in good field position. So they did, in fact, take a timeout. Got timeout on the field, 49 seconds left to go here in Tara Stadium. Our very first broadcast here on Clayton County Game of the Week. We hope that our play-by-play man will be back here next time. The other thing, too, is I once again ignored my dear departed mother's advice. She would always tell me, dear, keep an extra set of reading glasses with you at all times. But for some reason, the minister once again has left his house without his reading glasses. And down where I am, my reading glasses are definitely needed. So we're going to try to be able to move our location during halftime. We're probably going to stop the broadcast and then come on back to you with the second half of the Mount Zion versus Jonesboro game. Again, you listen to the Real Talk Sports Show and WIGO 1570 as we attempt our inaugural broadcast here of Clayton County Game of the Week here. It's at Tara Stadium, Mount Zion versus Jonesboro. And it looks like here, Mount Zion, again, some strange play calling. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but at the end of the day, no harm. A straight dive play loses 3 yards. The ball is back now on the 8-yard line. And they will now go ahead and get ready to punt the ball back to Jonesboro. Jonesboro takes another timeout with about 43 seconds left, and they will, again, should get the ball in good field position as they get ready here to get set. And when they come back out, they will be fielding a punt that hopefully will get them the ball. At least their goal is to get them back the ball in good field position here with about 43 seconds left to go in the very first half of our inaugural broadcast of Clayton County Game of the Week. Mount Zion Bulldogs against the Jonesboro Cardinals. And again, guys, we thank God for those of you who have decided to tune into the broadcast, listening to us here as we, trying to always push the envelope and do something different. Again, we are going to be excited that we will have a full play-by-play man back out here next week. And we also will have a Facebook Live for you as well. At least that is our plan and goal for next week. All right, the teams are back on the field now. Mount Zion pinned back in their own end zone as they attempt to punt. The punter is maybe about a yard and a half, 2 yards back from that end line to the end zone. All right, he snaps the punt. Here's the punt. End over end. Short punt. Fielded by Jonesboro, number 6 at the 30, running laterally. He's got a blocker. He's to the 25, the 20, the 15. Flags are down. He's all the way down to the Mount Zion 10-yard line on the short punt, but flags are flying everywhere. There might be a clip on Jonesboro on that play, but a big run by number 6 as he had some running room, moved laterally from right to his left, found a block on the corner and ran the ball back from from the Mount Zion 35, a nifty 25 or 22-yard run all the way down to the Mount Zion 13-yard line, but the referee's on the field. And, of course, when you have a big run like that, it's a blocking in the back, a clip, and that's going to come on back. So the referees get back and get set, and that wonderful run by number 6 looks like it is going to be negated there by a block in the back. And the referees now get set. with the ball at the 31-yard line and then pace off from that point to penalty. And they're moving the ball back, of course, 15 yards in an illegal block, all the way back now to the Mount Zion 46-yard line. So what was a nifty run, which would have given Jonesboro exactly what they wanted, the ball knocking at the door for a potential score. Now instead, ball is back in the Mount Zion 46-yard line. Still in good field position. They would need a couple of plays of at least 10-plus yards. I would think that they want to get that kicker down to around the 15-yard line to make a reasonable shot at a field goal. But Mount Zion again, Jonesboro lined up, quarterback in the shotgun position, number 13. Barking out the signals, gets a snap. He's back to pass. He's looking for a man. Got a man open. Oh, just overthrown at the 25. He had the streaking number 6 on one-on-one coverage by Mount Zion, but the ball was slightly overthrown, and a wide-open opportunity was lost. So instead of a big game for Jonesboro, it's 2nd down and 10. Again, the ball at the Mount Zion 46-yard line. Jonesboro with the ball, 2nd down and 10. 25 seconds left to go in the half. Jonesboro tries to add on to their 3-2 lead here in the Clayton County Game of the Week. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Movement there on the line by Mount Zion. That's probably going to be a penalty. Number 90 for Mount Zion, a little over anxious. And their team captain, number 44, gives him an earful and gives the rest of his teammates an earful telling them, hey, gentlemen, pay attention. So after the 5-yard penalty, moves the ball up to the Mount Zion 41-yard line. 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5. Jonesboro with the ball, quarterback in the slot formation, number 6 in motion. He's back to pass, has number 11 streaking, and again, he actually had 2 men open, number 8 and number 11 streaking down on a post pattern, but he overthrew both men. A little bit of adrenaline still from the first game. You'd think he'd be settled down by now into the second quarter, but he has had the problem all game long, overthrowing wide open receivers. But Jonesboro still has the ball in good field position, right around the Mount Zion 41-yard line. But now 3rd down and 5. They're going to need to get at least 2 first downs to get it into field goal position for their kicker. Mount Zion quarterback again lines up in the shotgun formation. And they're all in one man. Number 1 behind him, about 4 yards, 3.5 yards behind the quarterback. Quarterback now adjusts, calls an audible at the line. Again, a shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Back to pass, rolling now to his left. Flags are down. He launches, sees a man in the end zone, and it is knocked down by Mount Zion. Flags were flying, though, in the backfield. Looks like it might be a holding on Jonesboro. Waiting now for the referees. And, in fact, it is exactly holding on Jonesboro. That's going to move the ball back. Well, once again, Jonesboro is doing what they were doing in the first period, using what I like to call the tango. Going forward and a few yards back. Few yards forward, few yards back. And I would think here for Jonesboro, they probably would be wise to just run the clock out at this point. Don't know if you want to try a Hail Mary here. Oftentimes nothing good happens out of the high school level. But the holding call again moves them back all the way to their own now 46-yard line. Now keep in mind, guys, that Jonesboro fielded a punt by Mount Zion on the Mount Zion 38. Had a run back to the 13, which was called back due to a clipping penalty. And since then, Jonesboro has steadily moved backwards. Now the ball is behind their 50 all the way back to the Jonesboro 46-yard line. So basically they have moved backwards about 35 yards from where their punt returner originally caught the ball. So I know the Jonesboro Cardinals coach is going to be disappointed in that. But again, I think some of that is first game jitters. Timeout on the field as both teams huddle up, both from Mount Zion and Jonesboro. 12 seconds left to go. And I'm sure that the Mount Zion coaching staff is instructing their players to get back, keep everything in front of them. And in the case of Jonesboro, well, just you want to have everybody looking alert for a tip ball to see if you can maybe get a Hail Mary into the end zone, or at least get something where you can run out of bounds to take a shot for your field goal kicker. Again, about 12 seconds left to go here as Mount Zion comes out on the field. And also Jonesboro lines up in the shotgun formation. Empty backfield. Quarterback back to pass. He is under immediate pressure. Again to Montavious, number 1. He turns the corner, gets out of bounds. Picks up a good chunk of yardage there on a 3rd and 20. Gets the ball back. I think he picked up about 14 yards. So that should make it about 4th down and maybe 6 or 7 to go. Nope, excuse me, a little more than that. Looks like about 8 to go. So we'll see. I see the offense is still on the field, so it looks like Jonesboro is going to take a shot, one more shot at the end zone. We'll try to see again if they can extend their lead, which is 3-2. 5 seconds left in the half. Quarterback in shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback back, looking, roll, falls down. Excuse me, no, it was a number 10 from Mt.Zion, slipped underneath the block and got the sack. Excuse me, that's number 15 for Mt.Zion. Got the sack. And that should be the end of the half. I know referees are conferring. Not sure if they're going to allow one more play. Whoop. Looks like defensive holding, so Jonesboro's going to get one more shot at it. With no timeout left on the clock, as you know, you can't end the half or the game on a defensive penalty. So it looks like Jonesboro may even try out the field goal team. Now they're too far out for that 35-yarder. So, again, they're going to take one more shot at the end zone here. Try to see again if they can add to their 3-2 lead. There's no time remaining. This is going to be a Hail Mary one shot in the end zone. Nope, they are bringing the field goal kicker. Hernandez, number 46, is coming on. And he's going to attempt what's going to be, wow, he's going to attempt about a 52-yard field goal. All right, they're going to take a shot at this thing. Hernandez gets himself set, paces off. Again, there's no time left. Getting set, Jonesboro gets the snap. It's down. It's got some length. Oh, he gave it a run. He gave it a run. It was wide to the left, but it had some distance. If it had been from about 46 yards, he might have got it. But at the end of the half, to score, Jonesboro 3, Mt.Zion 2. The teams head into the locker rooms at the end of the first half. Again, played like the first game of the season. A lot of penalties and sloppy play by both teams. But 3-2, Jonesboro goes into the half, getting a field goal midway through the second quarter for the lead. Again, you're listening to the game of the week here at Tara Stadium here in Clayton County. The main man, Mr. Jonathan Simmons from Real Talk Sports and WIGO 1570, Atlanta's Incredible Radio, broadcasting to you here live. Thanks to the happy people at Spreaker.com. We're going to take a little musical break here, but we will be back with more here on the Real Talk Sports and WIGO's Game of the Week in Clayton County. All right, guys, stay tuned, and we'll go to the break, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. Again, from the Game of the Week here. And we're so excited again to be here with you. And we thank God for those of you who have decided to join the broadcast. And again, like I said, we really appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. All right, a little musical break, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. All right, guys, we are back here. We are, again, broadcasting. The band is out now. Jonesboro band is right here. We're going to try to let you guys get a little bit of the band sound here. So hopefully you guys can hear some of it. It does appear that the band is not quite loud enough for you guys to pick it up. But, again, we thank God for each and every one of you who are listening to the live broadcast of Clayton County Game of the Week as we try to bring it to you here on Atlanta's Incredible Radio, WIGO, and also on the Real Talk Sports Show here. We're out here on our own as our play-by-play man got tied up today. And that's the part of live radio that we all have to deal with. So, again, we thank God for those of you who decided to tune in and listen to us here on the broadcast as we do our inaugural broadcast here on Real Talk Sports Show. Jonesboro band is out, all clad in the red. Out there in the middle of the field there. The field is looking meticulous here. Got to give a shout out to all the people at the Clayton County Public School Athletic Department. They have the field looking green and fresh. And the big Clayton County Public School white logo in the middle of the field indicating that you are here in Jonesboro, Georgia. And again, even that is looking well as well. Again, the fans are on both sides of the stadium. A decent-sized crowd for the very first game of the season. Both Mt.Zion and Jonesboro, who normally has great and high expectations, lost so many players off of that great team they had last year. Not quite the same hype and excitement, but nevertheless, fans and students are here everywhere. Again, I'm in the quad area down here right in front of the concession stands. There are students milling around. Most students are not in their seats. They're hanging out over here. I don't blame them. Beautiful night here. Good night to kind of hang out with friends and family and just enjoy yourself. So, again, we thank God for all those of you who have decided to kind of hang out with us and be a part of this, our inaugural run. Again, anytime you do something for the first time, it's always something that you can improve upon, and we are looking to improve upon our production and quality of sound next week if the Lord allows us to do it again next week. So, again, we thank God for those of you who have tuned in to listen to us. And we're going to try to find a little music here because I realize I'm so far away from the band that you guys cannot hear us. So we are going to try to get you some music that you guys can hear and also get you some information from our sponsors. And so just bear with us here as we go to that. Again, you're listening to the Real Talk Sports Show here on realtalksports.net and on WIGO Atlanta's Incredible Radio. So, again, we thank God for those of you who have tuned into the broadcast to listen to us. And, again, you can go to our Facebook page, click on the link there, and you'll find us broadcasting to you right here and right now. Or you go to realtalksports.net and just click on the link on the Facebook page. And, again, you'll see us broadcasting, or you should hear us broadcasting to you right here and right now. So, again, we're going to try to go and get some music here cranked up and get some information from our sponsors. And we'll also let you guys listen to the Daily Dose of Sports. Hopefully we can get all that stuff pulled up here for you so you guys can take a listen, hear it during the break of halftime. Again, the Jonesboro band is on the field. Drummers all clad in their red and matching tan shorts. The cheerleaders also in their red, dancers in their red as well. Their golden instruments gleaming here on the late summer night here on Tara Stadium Field, which is looking again meticulous and fresh, looking like we could play a championship game out here right now. And like I say again, the crowd is here, not a huge crowd, but a good crowd. And most of the students here milling around the quad area, just hanging out, as you would, as we all did with our friends and family when we went to a game. So again, we're excited that we are here and able to be a part of it. Again, our very first attempting at broadcasting the Clayton County Game of the Week. So again, we're going to try to get you guys some music in just a second so you guys can hear that while we are waiting to get our Facebook Live set up. We're going to go to that in just a second. I should say in just a few minutes. Hopefully we'll go ahead and get the Facebook Live set up. You guys can see what I'm seeing. I think you guys will enjoy that. And again, we'll have that for you hopefully in just a moment. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get some music here for us. I'm going to try and get some music piped up. We'll give it a shot here.
When they were all in one place on one accord, and they started to praise the Lord together.
I'm not sure how much music we're actually getting through.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Something can happen in this place if we can all praise him together.
It doesn't appear that we're getting quite what we were looking for here, but
praise you, Lord. We
as far as music.
praise you, Lord. Oh, we praise you.
Nevertheless, again, we're going to
We praise
try to get some music up here and hopefully a commercial break if we can.
Come on, we
We're going to try one of our other music tracks here and see if that will play for us here. Let's give it a roll. Here we have some music cranking out for us, so we'll go to that. All right, guys, we're back here. We're going to stop the broadcast here for a moment. We're going to go ahead and go to a reset so we can get the second half. I'm not sure how well I'm coming through right now, but we're going to go ahead and again take a break really quickly and resume for second half. So come back and join us. We're doing a first-time live broadcast of the Clayton County Game of the Week. Your main man, Mr. Jonathan Simmons, here live and on the scene. God bless you, and stay tuned for the second half.